comment section. Probably something mean to me, probably. So if you do decide to say something mean to me, well, I'll probably read it, but I'll try my best to answer if I can, unless it's not something unhinged and stupid. So with that said, I'll see you guys next one. All right. Let's see who's next. Okay, so let me see here. So we have a video of Jay the Concept. I haven't done a video of him in a while. Jay the Concept, he posted something 3 hours ago, and it says, Black Woody? Really? Lupita Nyong'o is an idiot. I'm not really sure who that is or what this is about, so this is new to me. I have no idea what this is about, so we're going to see what he's trying to get at with this. I'm not really sure. I know you guys can't see it. Yeah, what's your question?
100%. I want to see this specifically. Now we're going to check out something racist, apparently, though, right? So let's check this shit out. Because you said Black Woody, right? Which is this right here? Oh, hell no. Hold up.
Okay, so this is the unboxing of Woody. So dope.
Let me let this video play, then I'm going to tell you a funny story, too.
I really love him. We took a lot of time to make sure all the details were right. If you look, his little sheriff badge, even his belt buckle is popping. He can take his little pistol in and out.
Do any of you perhaps have a painting of Squidward from that one episode with the sculpture? No, I don't know. I don't have that.
His hat is magnetized. It comes on and off. We got his fro.
They got Nigga Woody before GTA 6. How they gonna have Negro Woody before GTA 6? She even made the nigga's lips bigger. Why is his lips bigger, bro? It look like he's duck facing. This motherfucker duck facing pose. Bro, this is a duck face pose. You know how them bitches be on Instagram and shit, and they be doing the duck face like this? Bro, they be single-handedly making it worse by trying to do this shit. All right, bro, hold up.
His little scarf.
Let me just put like this. Let me just say this, right? She looks exactly like she would do this. Bro, listen, this person looks exactly like how I would envision the person that would do this type of stuff. Like exactly the same. I can tell she went to art school.
Is there cotton in his boot?
That right? I can tell she went to art school. She probably wears plaid and shit sometimes. This archetype of person, I know exactly who this is.
Look at the spurs on his boot. He's just really well made. He's fragile because it's like an art piece. You want to sit this on like a mantle or a bookshelf or something. But of course, you guys know who's coming next.
To infinity and beyond.
Go make it round. Get your foot.
Hold on. I can't do this. I can't do this, bro. Hold on. No, she did not do Nigga Mario. What is this? She put the chain on this motherfucker.
I get it, but you know why? Okay. I'm not gonna lie here. I get it, but I don't think this is a good look. Not for Jay. I'm talking about the because it comes off as stereotypical. Like, it's not like Black Mario. He's Black Mario with stereotypical trinkets. He's wearing Timbs. Yeah, it's funny, but like, he's wearing Timbs. And like, he's wearing a chain around his neck. Right? I don't know. I feel like it's stereotypical to a degree. Because like, the thing is, what I see here, and some of you may not agree with me, it's fine, but this is just how I see it. The reason why I don't the problem has to look the part. The problem I have with this is that when you just take something that already exists, that originally was like white, Asian, Hispanic, or something like that, or even gay, or even straight, or somewhere in between, if it was originally like that, having a, you can call this like we call it, what's that word they call it? It starts with V. Yeah, no, I get it. But like a variant. There we go, variant. Like I know there's variants to this, right? But the problem what I have with this is that when you just say a black version of something that already exists, and it's just a race swap version of it, it feels kind of tacky. If you get what I'm trying to say, like, what I'm trying to say is, isn't it best to make your own type of, like, not Mario, not even Mario adjacent, but something so different that it'll only make other races want to make their race version of your thing? You see what I'm saying? Like, you never see anyone make, well, I guess they'll consider it racist if they did, but if they took, like, a black, if they took a Static Shock and made them a white version of Static Shock. Now, I know people are going to call that racist or something to that degree, but, like, what I'm saying is, like, or, like, an Asian version of, like, Static Shock, or a Hispanic version of Static Shock, right? See, the reason why a lot of people don't have a problem with like Miles Morales is two things. He's not a black Peter Parker. You get what I'm saying? He's not Peter. And that's appreciative to a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not Peter. He has a different storyline completely from Peter. He's a whole different character with his own skill sets and shit like that, right? That's technically what I'm saying. But if you just take Mario and make him black, and then just put like a bunch of stereotypical things around that black character, is it really about him being black, or you just made a stereotype? You just made a stereotype. Now, I don't mind if you gave him like the texture of hair differently, because, well, he's supposed to be a black version, so just changing his skin, you have to change like some of his biology to a degree, right? Because like if he's black, he's gonna have more, black textured hair. So I have no problem you made his hair like that. Kind of makes sense. But when you put a chain around him and make him wear Timbs, it was like, what are we doing? This is like saying is like because he's black, does every black person wears a chain and Tim's, or every black man wears a chain and Tim's? No. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know. I don't think this is a good look. I don't think this is a good look. Now, if she just gave if you put him black, right, Black Mario, and then gave him his textured hair, and then gave him his hat and stuff, and he's just Mario, but just a biologically black dude, then I think that's perfectly fine. But when you just add those stereotypical things around him, because it's not stereotypical for him to have his textured hair the way he does. It just makes sense. But you know what I'm saying? That chain better be real. I don't know. It's weird.
She made Mario blinged out. No, she did not.
Yes,
oh
that's
my
weird.
God, bro. You need help, bitch. This bitch need help.
Infinity and beyond.
Look how disturbing she looks. Bro, listen.
Okay, let's put it this way. People got mad at... Okay, let me put it this way. Okay. I want to make sure I say this right. It may still not come out right, but hear me out. People got mad at Captain Durag because he had a durag on. Note, Captain Durag is a whole new character, not connected to any IP whatsoever. Right? He's supposed to be a positive light for his daughter to teach her how to, fold clothes, be responsible, and everything under. He just happens to wear a durag, and yes, he calls himself Captain Durag, right? That's probably the only stereotypical thing about him is the durag thing. But overall, he's a new character who's being positive, right? Now, no one's making a shit stain about Mario, Black Mario, having chains and Timbs on. You don't find that weird? You fell in love with Mario when he was just being Mario and doing his Mario thing. But am I supposed to fall in love with Black Mario when he has Timbs and a chain on? Why can't he just be Black Mario with different hair, but he's still Mario? Or he has a black guy voice, but he still acts like Mario to a degree. In his own way, I guess. Because he's supposed to be a variant version of Mario, right? This theme's also stuck in your head? That's cool. I don't know, it's crazy. I don't know.
This snapshot is disturbing. For real. Look at this. I'm sorry. I gotta get this picture. This is gonna be used as a thumbnail, bro. For real. This is gonna be used as a thumbnail, period. I had to get that. She looks psychotic as fuck right here. She looked like a cat lady, but with black dolls that were not originally black. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Around, get your plushies, get your collectibles, get your art, your culture.
She put the hat backwards on this motherfucker. Bro, if Stereotype was a person, you know what's so funny? You know this bitch be at the picket lines, she be at the events, she be at everything Black Lives Matter type shit, right? And she just cannot help herself injecting stereotypes into shit that she would judge white people for doing.
Correct! That's what I'm saying! Thank you! Jay got it right. He said it better than me. Imagine, we made a black version of, say, Captain America, right? And, which does exist. I guess you can use, no, let's not use Captain, because that already exists. Let's say we have a black version of, the Hulk. Oh, no! Fuck! No! Bro! It's like that stereotypical variant of Miles Morales as Thor, and he's, doing a bunch of stereotypical shit. Remember when everyone took a big shit on that? When they said, oh my god, this is very fucking racist. Remember that? When they made a variant of Miles Morales as Thor, and he made him do a lot of stereotypical things. Fucking blatantly said, white people wrote that shit. Remember that? That's what I'm saying. It makes, what's up, Brian? I'm sorry, bud. Or we have Black Hulk, right? But when Black Hulk gets mad, he has chains and a do-rag on, right? And somehow his clothes, he's in his clothes, but when he gets mad, his clothes stretches with his do-rag on, his Timbs, chain. You know what I'm saying? And he has Menthols in his back pocket. You know what I'm saying? The fuck? What are we doing? What are we doing? No, I'm not gonna think it's gonna go down that whole path. But if a bunch of white people wrote that, black people have a fucking problem with this. This is why I don't understand. Why are you putting Timbs on a black Mario? Why are you giving him a gold chain around a black Mario? Not every black person is running around with these stereotypical trinkets that's on them. He has the Timbs on. They put Timbs on Black Mario and gave him a golden chain around his neck with a star chain around his neck. I'm like, no, why can't he just be Mario black with black features as a black person, but Mario? We have to add the chain and the this, you know what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Yeah, I'm up in here. Y'all gonna make me lose my cool. Come on, dude. Didn't they say the same thing about Christopher Nolan's Troy, where they're going to race swap a lot of European characters with black people, and then I think Travis Scott's in the movie. up in here. But they said they're gonna put what's his name? Travis Scott in the movie, and they're gonna have him play trap music when he's on screen or some shit. What the fuck? This, you know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be the fall of Troy. It's supposed to be I guess I don't know if it's supposed to be a historic thing or a mythic historic thing, but apparently, it's kind of weird that they're just swapping a bunch of European people in a European story It makes no sense because if we were to flip this around and we was doing an African story, that was an African folklore mythical story, and we just swapped them with a bunch of diverse people, especially white people or like Hispanics or Asians, that would be a fucking problem. Like, would you not have an issue with that? Imagine a African mythological story written and not even written. It was a fairy tale amongst Africans from Nigeria, whatever case may be. Like all kids know it who lives there. It's always been in their family about those stories, and then it gets adapted to a movie from Christopher Nolan. And instead of keeping it as centered about that demographic, they put a bunch of white people or Hispanics, Asians, or like indigenous people per se, with a bunch of, I don't know, disabilities and shit, and pronouns, in something that had nothing to do with them. I would have a fucking problem with that, just as much as we had a Chinese or a South or even East Asian story that was mythical, and then they started putting a bunch of black people in it that never existed in those stories. I'm not even talking about the whole like Yusuke thing. I'm talking about like Wukong shit. I'm saying, imagine a bunch of black people running around in the Wukong story. Like, what the fuck is this? Or like a bunch of white people in a bunch of a Wukong story. What the fuck is happening? Where do these white people come from? Get them the fuck up out of here! Why are they here? I want to hear the story about a anthropomorphic monkey being the shit out of demons with his mythological monkey staff, being the shit out of people and causing a crash out amongst gods that don't even look human. Why the fuck are these white people here? Get them the fuck up out of here! Send them back to the fucking European country. What the fuck are they doing here? You know what I'm saying? Power Paul. There you go. It's Power Paul. I don't want to say that. Sounds weird saying it out loud now. That sounds weird. But you get what I'm saying. I would have a problem with that if a bunch of feminist, stupid Karen bitches with crazy hair colors and nose rings in their faces trying to tell us to put a bunch of...
Like, no, you stereotyping black people by putting this shit.
Correct.
Bitch, you just did the same shit. Listen. These people are stereotyping their own people.
Art, culture, we love y'all.
You got a friend in me. Okay, what else do y'all got for me? Bro, this lady needs help. Send help.
I need help.
She needs help. Bro, she needs help, though, for real. He got Tim's on. How did I miss that? Bro, these are the same people, bro. And I know people get on my case about bringing up where people from all the time. I have to do that, bro, in order for y'all to understand why this shit happens, right? This bitch has never... Okay, let me put it like this, right? I could tell she grew up around white people. I could tell easily, right? I could tell bro, listen, there's not a single person from where black people are from that would do this shit. Not a single one. To the level that she did it, right? You might see... Listen, I'm gonna tell you guys something that you guys probably don't know, right? My grandma grew up in the hood, like the hood, right? So it's like she was there when her neighborhood started going to shit. Gangs, drugs, all that type of shit, right? Was going on her street, but they wouldn't fuck with her because she was like... You know, she was there. She grandma. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a unspoken rule in the hood, right? Like you do not fuck with the old people that's been there for years. You don't, right? So she's one of those people that's been on the block for years. She's seen it get fucked up and everything. She's still the only one taking care of her, her yard and everything, right? But she was racist as fuck. She hated white people. So guess what she did for Christmas, right? With all the Santa toys and everything that she had, she would paint their faces black. My grandma did the shit. She would paint them black, and we would just laugh every time we came over there and shit because she actually lived through certain times. So I could see why she was a little bit mad or some shit like that. Like she was scorned as fuck, right? So it's like she literally would.
Okay, you guys can hear me. Okay, I think we lost connection for like a split second. Okay, so, okay, I think I get what he's saying, but what I don't understand is if you gotta go your way to paint the Santa face, I don't think it makes a lot of sense to even bother. Like you can celebrate Christmas because some people say it's a pagan holiday. I get why people say that, but like but if you think it's for your own religious reasons, Santa Claus should be the last thing you're worried about. It's about technically that was about Jesus. So instead of painting a white man's face black, you should have had Jesus more of an ornament than having you know what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying here? You get what I'm saying here? Like, like, why are you painting? Because like Santa, I get it. Some people like the whole Santa Claus thing, but like, if this is for religious reasons, why? If she's religious, because most people who celebrate Christmas is usually tied back to religion. Like, why bother even be doing that? Like with the Santa, just have Jesus ornaments around instead, because it's technically about Jesus. I do honestly, it's unnecessary work. Yeah, like you get your presents, get your tree if you want, if you believe in Christmas, under religious reasons. And just do that, and then put a lot of Jesus Christmas stuff. Why are you blackfacing that of a white Santa? Just like I get why she, like he said it. She's scorned and angry about the things that she had to deal with back in the, I guess, Jim Crow era, because she's a grandma, so she's probably like 60, 70, 80, probably 80, 70 plus, right? So she probably has some like resentment towards white people to a degree. Fine, but you know it's you know what I'm saying, like it doesn't make a lot of sense to do all that. Like it's about Jesus per se. That's what originally Christmas is about, right? Even though it's considered a pagan holiday for most. If this black splat is not telling my presents, I don't care. You know what? You're right. You're right. That is perfect. Bro, you're on it. You're right. If you ain't doubling my shit, fuck you. So I'll take white percent any day if you ain't doubling my presents. Give me a reason to go with you. Take your services instead. Give me a reason to take your services over the white Santa. Oh my god.
Her bro, she's younger than me probably. She's probably younger than me.
Or better yet, if you're gonna be Black Santa, if you're not gonna double my presents, at least make the presents cheaper, but same quality. Same quality. Give me a massive discount. Right? Price match it or some shit. I don't know. Or give it positive dynamic pricing. So if I've been buying from the same companies for a while, I say positive, they give me a massive discount for being a loyal customer to their products, right? Positive dynamic price me. Then we good. Then we go with Black Santa any day. Fuck White Santa.
White people than my grandma has ever been around. My grandma never been around white people, right? But she has. She's been around white people her entire fucking life.
Fair enough.
This is 100% within her character arc. 100%. I'm not even shocked. Just by looking at her dyed hair, expressing herself, this just lets me know she's an artist. She's an artist. She's not a hood chick. She's not a chick that grew up around, like people like me or whatever fuck, right? Because she's expressing herself. She's one of those artsy black people. That's basically what she is. So I know for a fact that she would do this shit. And she grew up around white people. She need to have an identity. So that's the reason why she went far as fuck with this. She went too far.
I'm a
yeah, bro, I think she's a celebrity too because I seen her face. Really? How the fuck, bro? How the fuck is she a celebrity? Check your DMs about the Odyssey. I've probably seen it already too, but let me see.
It's going viral from the Helena Troy actress.
Oh shit! Oh my god! I just mentioned the Helena Troy thing. The Troy thing. Oh my god, dude, I'm on my shit today. I'm editing the fuck out of these videos. God damn, I'm on my shit today. He went to another video and I talked about bro. This came out 3 hours ago, the same time as like Monte. God, I'm on my shit today. What the hell?
This here.
Crazy.
That shows us is that
Lupita's upset.
This is a crazy inception. I'm reacting to Jay. Jay's reacting to to Asmongold, and I watch Asmongold and Jay. So I'm watching them both by both reacting to their reaction. What inception? What the fuck is happening? Congrats, you're going under a quirky awakening. Let's go. Future sight. Let's go.
About the misrepresentation of African culture, but it's no problem blatant.
Oh, I just said that.
Stop sending me shit, bro. I'm about to lose my shit. Hold on a second. So Luther is upset by the misrepresentation of African culture, but has no problem blatantly doing it to Greek culture. These motherfuckers are LARPers.
Yes,
this woman is
evil.
absolute fucking.
Yes, that's evil. I believe that's evil. I think that's extremely evil. You have a problem when non-black people, or even if you're not black, non-minorities make a story about your shit, and then they try to push their stuff on your shit, and you don't want that. But you have no problem doing it to the non-minority. How do you expect people to respect you when you don't give the respect back? You know what I'm saying? How can I say you're a trustworthy person when you're doing but you want trust from no, you expect people to trust you, but you do deceptive things, and then you have excuses for your deceptiveness. That's crazy.
A hypocrite. No, she's stupid.
Only doing it to Greek culture. This woman is an absolute fucking hypocrite. Has no business in the Odyssey. Okay, let me see this.
what Black Panther shows us is that there is a whole host of people who get the misrepresentation that Africa has had and who
What the fuck
Wakanda's
are we
not real.
doing?
Like, we know this, right?
Yes, Wakanda's not real. It was made by 2 white guys. Set in an African plane. Wakanda is not a real place. It is made by 2 Jewish guys. I think they're Jewish. I think one of them is Jewish.
the continent, want to reinvestigate the continent and re-represent the continent.
I'm done.
And that's important to me because I'm all about the demystification of the African continent.
Yeah, but you have no problem representing a white character in a story that's supposed to be fucking Greek. You dumb bitch. I don't care, bro. I don't care. These people are fucking stupid. I get why, bro. Listen, I understand why actors in Hollywood have PR people. I understand it. I used to try to be a little iffy. I'm like, bro, how do you have somebody telling you what to say? I get it now. When you're a fucking idiot, right, and say shit like this, but you do something completely different in the future, you're a fucking retard. You need PR. You need PR because you had no idea that this was going to bite you in the ass. Once Black Panther came out, right? Listen, it was so accepted to be super pro-black during this time, right? Everybody and their mama was wanting to go see Black Panther during this whole entire thing. These guys go with the wind. When it comes to whatever social issues that's going on during the time, they just flow with it. They're like, okay, it's good to be pro-black during this time. Black Panther coming out. We got the Black Lives Matter movement happening during the same time. So yeah, I can start talking to shit about black culture, how good it feels to be black and shit. Okay, cool. During that time, right? You didn't know that you were going to be playing Helen and Troy probably 5 to 10 years later. And people from Greece was actually going to check your ass for this shit for saying the same dumb shit that you're basically doing the same thing that you were against for Black Panther. The biasness writes itself on the wall. She's dumb as fuck. She lives in Mexico, so she don't even live around niggas.
She lives in Mexico? But she talks about the representation of Africa? What? Wait, hold up. You live in Mexico? But you're talking about the representation. You have money. You choose to live in Mexico. That's like being in Europe. That's like she's living in Europe and talking about we need to represent like Africans or some shit. Or it's like being Hispanic and you saying we need to represent the Hispanic people, but you live in Japan. And it's not like you're forced to live there. You went there on your own fruition. You're not living in any Hispanic countries. But you want to represent them. And how much they are like hurting and stuff, or they're not being represented in a way that is. And then you not only you live in Japan, you have a Japanese wife or husband and Japanese kids. And you can speak fluent Japanese, but not fluent Spanish. You can make Japanese dishes, but you can't make Hispanic dishes. And then you ask your Hispanic family to come to Japan. You go instead of you going from Japan to their Hispanic country to visit them every time. That's weird.
I get it now. I 100% get it. These actors fucking need PR. They need people to check the dumb shit that they say and remember the dumb shit that they said, so they won't be contradicting themselves later on in the future. This is why that term, shut up and dribble, is not offensive whatsoever. You need to shut the fuck up and act. Nobody cares about what you believe in. Nobody cares about...
Right? I wonder how confused I will be when they speak another language. Like, yeah, just imagine a Japanese cat who's been around Japanese people all its life, and you send it to, like, America, and you're trying to talk to this cat or tell it what to do, and it just look at you like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, it knows only Japanese terms and Japanese, like you know, systems and stuff, and the way you teach it, and then we tell it to, like, roll over, and it just looking at you, it's like staring at you, like, the fuck are you talking about?
The type of shit that you do behind the scenes, nobody gives a fuck.
I don't think so, because,
work.
like, they know, like, it's gibberish, yes, but I don't think so, because people are now teaching their animals to, like, use the button thing. Now, you can say that they're kind of, like, doing, like, what do they call it, diamond memory, where they kind of connect one thing to another, but some of these animals be a little intuitive with it. Yeah, the command thing. So, like, some of them, they'll do this thing, well, they'll have, like, some of them will go very far with it. They'll have, like, 7 or different types of, like, or 8, 10 different types of buttons, so the dog can, like, communicate with them to a degree. Now, you can say that they know words, but so you can kind of say it's just basic on memory, but, you know, sometimes these dogs and these animals be, like, pretty intuitive with it. They can kind of, like, connect one thing to a next to get what they want. They'll either ask for food, they'll say hugs, go outside, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? There's, like, talking donkey in the Bible? The fuck? I never heard that one before.
Act, clock out, go the fuck home. That's all people care about, because you would start looking as dumb as this. You're playing Helen of Troy, a white woman, or Greece, a Greek woman, and you had the nerve to say this African culture shit is important to me. How do you think Greece people feel? It allowed racist blacks to actually say stupid shit. That's true. But guess what though? I'm all for it. Listen, I don't care about black people saying dumb shit. I don't care about white people saying dumb shit. I don't care about anybody saying dumb shit, right? We all have our shit, right? But if you start to impede on other people's right to say dumb shit, that's when I have a problem.
So
let them do. Listen, you cannot be hypocritical. This is how I judge your character. I judge your character based off of how hypocritical you are, depending on how you like to be, you know, treated in society. If you like to say whatever the fuck you want to say, fine. That's cool, right? But as soon as you start policing other people and what they can and cannot say, you're a fucking dumbass now, because you don't like when stones are being thrown back at you. This is the same shit that she's doing. You like to be pro-black, fine. You want to be racist against white people, fine. You want to say dumb shit about your culture, even though you're not fully around your culture all the fucking time, fine. But as soon as you start doing the same shit to other cultures, and you get mad at people for doing it, and you call them racist because they don't want you in their roles, when you'll be saying the same shit about Black Panther, if Black Panther was a white guy, you'll be saying the same exact thing, like, oh, see, this is just white Hollywood trying to whitewash my culture and shit. You'll be saying that 100% if
he's not wrong.
It was about Black Panther. But as soon as Greece or Greek culture come into play, now all of a sudden, oh, it's just a job. Why are you guys taking it so seriously? Helen of Troy was technically black. Now you're bringing in all these nuanced shit. You're not for, bro, you don't give a shit. You're wishy-washy. You go with the flow. Period. These people are fake as fuck. This is how I judge your character. If you're not fair on all across the border, bro,
then I don't want no part of you. It's just like if I can make a racist joke against you, and everyone is laughing at it, you can make a racist joke against me. Like if I use a knife against you in a combat, I think it's just as fair you use a knife. If I use a gun against you in combat, I think it's only fair you use a gun. If I use a sword against you against a gun, you can just use a sword or something adjacent of the same caliber. But like it's wild that I can tie your hands behind your back and your legs behind your back, expect you to fight me while I have a samurai sword in my hand, and then when you use a weapon, any type of weapon, even a stick, I somehow bitch and moan towards you about it. You know what I'm saying? It's fucking dumb. It's fucking stupid. Let me see. Yep, I started talking when the oldest. Okay, I read that. Okay, the man was not surprised and talked back to it. Holy shit.
That's how I know you have no integrity. We can do it to y'all, but y'all can't do it to us. It's the same reason, right? And listen, I got my thought process about this too. I don't care about, listen, I only do what I don't care what other people do to me. I'm not one of these people that's a stickler for the N-word. I don't give a shit about that, right? I don't care about people being, I would say, prejudiced, anything like that, right? Because I'm that. Bro, listen, I'm 100% prejudiced. Don't get it twisted.
Hey, I hear you, bro. He comes from my era. Jay and I come from the same era then. If what he's saying is true, me and him comes from the same era.
I'm prejudiced as fuck. I don't care. I judge people based off of what I see and what I connected to, right? It is what it is. We all do it. But I would not for a second pretend like I'm not. That's the thing that I hate what people do. People try to be holier than thou, being like, I'm all against racism. No, you're not. You're only against racism towards you.
Towards you. Yes, correct. You only have a problem with racism when it's only specifically towards you. And it makes you feel some type of way. But you have no problem doing it to other people, especially if it's like the big punching bag guy is white people.
You just want special treatment towards you. When it comes to everybody else, you don't give a fuck about that. See, I don't care. You can be racist across the board. I don't give a shit. You can be prejudiced as much as you want. To me, if you just admit that you're being prejudiced, I'll respect you way more.
There you go. I said that I think 3 days ago. I'd rather deal with a racist white man than hang out with a dude. I'd rather be around a racist person than be around with someone who's pretending not to be racist. Because 9 times out of 10, they say more horrendous racist thing than the racist person. Usually, when the racist person says something to you, it's usually in reality of what's happening at the time. Yeah, sometimes they'll offshoot and say something that is not there. That does happen. But most cases, the people who are trying not to be racist says the most obscene things, and they try to be nice about it. It makes it even more condescending. Because the person who's more racist to you are going to be more honest towards you how they feel about you than the person who's not, and they say the most outlandish shit. One Piece Arthur voice. Let's go. But like, it is what it is. That is so true. And the thing is, the people who are claiming not to be racist at all usually be planning your downfall worse than the racist. Because at least you know what the racist, you know what you're getting. A racist usually is a giant woolly mammoth. They really don't exist anymore. A giant woolly mammoth. In the distance, you know what you're getting with that. But the person who pretends not to be racist, they have no racist inkling in their body. at all. They always just try to virtue signal at all costs. They are the snake of the grass. They're almost equivalent to that of like a male feminist. They just LARP and they're a snake in the fucking grass. Right? Yeah, they give you straight like, hey, bro, you suck, bro. It's like if you're a dude, you know what I'm talking about. When growing up in Call of Duty lobbies, your friend will tell you, you fucking suck, bro. You need to stop being stupid. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you say that today, even if your friend's cool with it, you might get banned. You might get banned off it because they're listening to your conversations.
I would say.
And the fact that there was befriend him. Yes, that's the thing. Yeah, there's a black woman. No, she's not even befriend. I think there's a black woman who married a KKK member. And there's this one black guy who's actually, I don't think he said they're technically friends because it went in national news. Like it was like a documentary on NBC where he's not friends with them, but he's not enemies with them at the same time. Common, they hate it. Yeah, you'd be surprised. You'll be more. What a lot of people realize, you probably more in line with a racist person than you think. No. I don't think so. No. I think it was a black guy. I forgot what it is. I think he was a security guard or something. He was good. I want to say word friend, but he's associated with the KKK people. They don't hate, well, they hate him, but like they don't give him hell because they know where they stand with him, so they don't fuck with him. Does that make sense? Like they know who he is. They know he's black. They don't accept him in a sense as a black person, but they accept him as his character. Do you get what I'm saying? They won't accept him as a friend, but they'll accept him as an associate that is not a threat to them and someone who they don't need to fuck with. You get what I'm saying? Like they're not gonna go to his house and burn his shit, like put a cross and burn his grass, but they ain't gonna invite him to the cookout. But if he says hello, they'll say hello back. You know what I'm saying? Like you're kind of like in a safe situation. Yeah, small steps. Like okay, so let's put it this way. He'll know who's a KKK member. If he's passing by and he says, that's Mr. Dalton Green, he'll say, hello, Mr. Dalton. And he'll say, hello, black guy. Not black guy, but I forgot the guy's name. But he'll refer to him as hello and bye. That's it. Or he'll say, hello, how's the night? How's the weather? He's like, fine, hope you're doing well. He's like, good, cool. And then they go on their business. He's not going to invite him to his house. He's not going to say, we're having a Christmas party. None of that shit. But he ain't going to be burning his grass. So when they're having their whatever KKK ritual shit they do in the forest, they ain't going to be going to their local house, to that black guy that they don't have a problem with per se, and tell him to leave. They just leave him alone. You get what I'm saying? They leave him alone. They don't fuck with him, but they don't invite him to things. They don't see him as them, but they don't see him as a threat. Does that make sense? Because they in their head, he's one of the quote unquote good ones. Meaning that he's not out to fuck with our shit. He's not here to push his shit on us. He's not here to technically tell us what to do. He's just here. He comes to work. He does his shit. He does exactly what he's told to. He leaves. He goes home. You know what I'm saying? He buys his groceries. Whatever. Fuck. Leave him be. Right? That's how that works with him. And that's shocking to hear from most black people. Actually, that's how most racists work. You'd be surprised. That's how it works. But they intervene with him. Correct. They don't personally intervene with him. They don't inject their personal stuff with him. They don't see him as their friend. They just see him as not even a pet. They see him as like just an entity that exists that's not there to harm their way of life. That's it. Kind of like the Japanese, like how they see foreigners, in a sense of, we're nice to you, you're cool, you have your work ethic, whatever the case may be, but since you're not technically Japanese, we're not going to invite you to a Japanese shit, but then again, we don't think you're technically a bad person, or we don't think you have a problem as long as you don't cause trouble. Does that make sense to you? Right? It's like that. That does exist. You'd be surprised how more racist people are like that with minorities than you think. They usually do not intervene with them. That you called? So you'd be surprised. A lot of them do that. They'll know like a black person. They'll know a Hispanic person. As long as they don't encroach on their way of life or tell them what to do, that as long as not like interfering with their work, their money, their family structure, whatever the case may be, they'll be cordial with you. They're not going to invite you to shit. They're not going to tell you too much personal things other than something as surface level as like, I don't know, like something surface level as hell. But they're not going to go deep dive about their family life with you or their personal struggles with you at all, because they don't see you as the same as them. So them telling personal shit beyond surface stuff to you is them giving away government secrets in their head towards the enemy. You know what I'm saying? That's what that is. Or a non-entity that's not them.
Nice and be like, no, I judge people based off of their character, such and such. No, we don't. If I see a group of niggas sitting on the corner, I'm crossing the street, this is what I do, right? I'm just being real. It is what it is. Listen, if I'm in Rio, if I go outside the boundaries, those are not even niggas. Those are other people, right? I'm not going out there because I know exactly what's going to happen. In Mexico, I'm very careful on where I'm going in Mexico because I understand the climate, right? The situation. Mm-hmm. It's not racist. It's called protecting yourself.
It's like those white women who leave America to go to India or one of the Middle East areas, and then they get fucked with in a way that they didn't even see coming when they've been told don't go there, and they go there anyway. And then when shit goes left, they're like, why are they trying to grope me? Why are they trying to do things to me? Why are they keep grabbing on me? Why are they doing this? Why is doing that? Remember that? There's a video about it. I think his name is Paul something. He did the video on it. A bunch of white women who are ideologically captured leaves America or Britain, and they go into the Middle East or go to India somewhere, knowing that they stand out because they don't look like the typical Indian or Middle Eastern civilian. And now all the men who are there, looking at them, staring at them, following them, want to take a picture with them because they want to touch them, they want to hug them, they want to do something with them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, well, they like to make their own show. Yeah, right? And then they're usually these feminist bitches who think, oh, because if they're just nice to them, it's not as what they say. And then when they do be nice to them, they take advantage of it. Remember that one video? I think we did it with... Yeah, they definitely did. All of them told them. And then they made videos saying they was trying to prove a point. And there was that one video with not black woman. It was a white woman. It was a white woman on a beach. And I think it was in Dubai. I'm not totally sure. I don't think it was in Dubai. It was in the Middle Eastern area, or somewhere. She was at a beach, right? And the beach was pretty empty. There was one Indian dude that was there. And he just happens to be as close as possible to her out of the entire beach. It's not like there was a lot of people there. Right? The news reporter. And then he kept on getting closer and closer and trying to talk to her, and she was like not having it, and she was like trying to be really reluctant of talking, but he kept on getting closer and asking to be her friend or be his friend, and then he wanted to like go somewhere with her and stuff, and she was just feeling extremely uncomfortable. The one in the mosh pit? I'm not really sure about that one. Oh, her, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's a lot of them, and then it's not even just white women. I think there was one with an Asian woman. Eastern Asian, not South Asian, but Eastern Asian woman. And then getting groped or attacked or being sexually attacked and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's more prevalent than you think. It's insane.
These people won't even admit that shit at all. They will rather die than to be like, I just don't want to seem like I'm a bad person.
Yeah,
Fuck
this is exactly the conversation we had yesterday, but the Jesse Lee Peterson with the black woman saying something around the lines that she's not worried about the YN down the street or the potential the young gang member who has nothing to live for who's on the block. She's worried about the fictitious boogeyman white man who's going to go into a populated, dense black neighborhood to shoot up the place. Fire Force Indian dub clip. Send that to me. I have not heard of that one. And then Jesse was confused. She was like, "Why?" Like he was like, "Cause I understand she's saying a white guy with a gun is scary. Fine, but what made her rhetoric insane is that she lives in like deep in Chicago, right? And she said she don't want to go to the movies in a highly deep, dense black area, right? And some white guy is gonna walk into that place and shoot up the place. Like what? Like that doesn't make any sense. We did the video on it yesterday, but I don't think it got recorded. Oh no, it got recorded. It was just on Twitch. If you want to go see it, it's literally from yesterday. You can see the whole thing. Me and PT was talking about it. I think PT was there, and I think B was there as well.
It was.
It was at the very beginning of the stream.
And who?
Wakanda's not real. Like, we know this, right?
Bro, no. I think he's onto something. I think that these Hollywood black people, these Hollywood elite people, actually want black people to believe that Wakanda is real. And the thing is, though, too, right? Hold on a second. I'm onto something. If it's not real, right? Just like Greek mythology is not, or quote unquote, you know, it's fantasy, right? What's stopping us from, I don't know, injecting white people inside that movie? It's fantasy, right? It's not real. Wakanda's not a...
You got a point. He's got, like, hey, it's not real, so why not? Why can't we put a bunch of European into the African mythic thing? You see how this goes down a very stupid road? They're puppets. Yeah, you see how this goes down a stupid road? When the people say, oh, but it's not real, bro. It's not real. What's the big deal? It's not like it's real. It's like, okay. Like Greek mythology is not real. It's just fantasy, okay? So if it's fantasy, then we make an African or Hispanic or indigenous movie. Let's put a bunch of white people playing these characters then. Or put a bunch of black people playing as a bunch of Hispanics. Or like a bunch of black people playing a bunch of Japanese people. It would be interesting if it was Pangea.
Real place. All the characters are not real, right? There's no such thing as T'Challa, Shuri. They don't actually exist. Bats don't actually exist. It's just fiction, right? It's fantasy.
The irony in this whole thing is that this was made by two white guys.
So what's stopping them from hiring a white dude from playing that role? Since it's fiction, right? It's not, it's not real. This is the same excuse that people are saying with the Odyssey. The Odyssey isn't real. It's fiction. It's fantasy. The gods aren't real and shit like that. So what's stopping us from hiring, other roles, other races to play these Greek roles and shit, right? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with people hiring white people to play Wakandans? It's not a real place. I don't think that these people realize how much what they say out loud actually could come.
Yeah, it sounds. This is, you know what this is? This is equivalent as the what's it, Pro PTZ? I think that's his name, the Asian guy, the chubby Asian guy who said, if you don't look like the role of the character in the anime, you can't voice him. This moron literally didn't realize he was applying that to himself. Now he couldn't play majority of most characters because he Peter Dinklage his punk ass self. You know what I'm saying? He Peter Dinklage himself. Like, you played yourself. You really thought you was going to still get to play other characters because you made the statement, therefore it doesn't apply to you. You're a dumbass. I have no issue if a black guy plays as an Asian guy in an anime and he fits the role. I have no problem if a white guy plays a black guy in an anime and he plays the role well. I have no problem with a black woman voicing that of a Asian anime girl in an anime video game or an anime show, which has happened. Because I think, if I remember right, the chick who plays Mirko, she's one of the Genshin Impact characters, if I'm right. If I remember right. Like, it's crazy to me. That's the point of voice acting, not appearance acting. If it's called appearance, that would be called acting. Voice acting is about the voice. Does the voice fit the character in the show? It makes no sense. Shit makes no sense. It makes no sense. I have no problem with a black guy playing a role of an Asian character in an anime. Because if his voice fits, I think that's awesome. I think that's fucking awesome. Little to know, these leftists don't know that the voice of Samurai Jack was voiced by a black man. One of the most legendary characters of all time was voiced by a black man. As an Asian man the entire time. You know what I'm saying? If you're talented, you're talented. This shit's crazy to me. I think that's amazing that someone like him can voice. You know, he was in Spider-Man. He was in the second Spider-Man movie, and he's also John from Green. He's the Green Lantern. You sent it? Okay, I'll check it out.
Come back to bite him so easily. It shouldn't be this easy to discredit your fucking talking points. It shouldn't be. If you're a functioning thinking person, it shouldn't be this easy to just listen to you for 2 seconds and be like, hold up a second, you just contradict yourself 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in one sentence. They don't think. They're stupid.
Respect the continent, want to reinvestigate the continent and re-represent the continent. And that's important to me because I'm all about the demystification of the African continent.
You get to decide what kind of king you are going to be.
You know, oftentimes the African continent, when it's portrayed in cinema, it's very general, and we were all hell-bent on it not being general. So the fact that, you know, our fictitious African nation speaks the language Xhosa, we needed to learn that language, we needed to, you know, get the accent in English and everything. Though it's a fictitious nation, it is brought to life and derived from real African cultures.
Huh? I don't think, bro, it writes it. Do I even have to say anything with that line that she just said right there? I don't have to say anything. It blows my mind.
You know, get the accent in English and everything. Though it's a fictitious nation, it is brought to life and derived from real African cultures.
Interesting. Fucking interesting. That you say that even though it's fictitious, it's still brought to life by African culture. So the Odyssey, right, is being brought to life by what culture? Modern culture? Not Greek culture. Modern culture. So what if Wakanda was brought to life by modern culture? That means we'll be diverse, right? You want it to represent what we see every day, right? Where's the gay people at? Where's the transgenders? Where's the white guys? South Africans actually exist in Africa, right? So where the fuck is Elon Musk? That's where's Charles Pickens? Where's the white
You're not wrong. Where's Elon Musk? Because he was born in Africa.
Africans? Find that very strange how they can actually say that shit and they don't do the same thing when it comes to other shit like the Odyssey. It's very, bro, it blows my mind. It's like these people don't even listen to what they say. They just talk. It's
and
words.
so even with the costumes, Ruth Carter talks about researching the Tuareg, the Maasai, and hopefully there is a celebration as a result, a respect for these very
As I check, I don't have a spear in my hand.
wealthy and diverse cultures that often just get washed as one thing.
Interesting.
You know what's really funny is that she's right about everything that she said.
is.
The problem is that you need to have this worldview for every single movie. So she.
Thank
How
you.
hard is it to-
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, there is a white panther, Black Panther. There is a white Black Panther. Yeah, there is a white Black Panther. Blonde, blue-eyed, is a thing. It is a really thing in the comics. It actually is a thing.
To understand this, listen, if you're talking like how she's doing right now, right? This is what I basically said. I judge you based on how your worldview fits everybody else, right? Your worldview is cool. You can have your worldview when it comes to what you believe in. But as soon as you start contradicting yourself, everybody else, you don't have integrity because you don't stand on it. You only stand on it when it comes to protecting your fucking self. You don't care about everybody else doing it. You only care about if you do it. You have no integrity because you don't care about this race shit only when it pertains to you.
Has the right outlook for Black Panther, but not for the Odyssey. On the discourse, it's a mythological story. I'm supportive of Chris's vision with it. The version I'm telling cast is representative of the world. I'm not spending my time thinking of a defense. The criticism will exist whether I engage with it or not. This isn't a world story. It's not just some mythological story. It's a Greek story. It is. If you care about historical accuracy, you would not make Helen of Troy black.
Let me put it like this, right? Greek people actually believed, or, you know, from lack of a better term, or they were very important figures within the Greek culture. Greek mythology was very prevalent back in the day. When it comes to, bro, it was on monuments, statues, religions, the currency system. Everything was based off of Greek mythology. We still use the symbols today for medical. So if it's not that influential, right? If it's not Greek, right? Let me put it like this. Even in colleges, when it comes to sororities or fraternities, that's all Greek.
Yeah, we use beta, alpha, omega.
All of it. So it's like if
that came from that. I think we still use the same symbols too.
We don't keep that representation when it comes to that, we shouldn't do it anywhere. If the Odyssey can get away with what they're doing, right? When it comes to this type of stuff, then how come the Black Panther can do that though? How come? How come? It's a fictitious story. If we basically
it's called oppression Olympics. That's what it's called.
Change every
because since they're not considered they're not the majority in power, therefore they can get to it's like because your sibling's the youngest one, they get most of it, and as you're the older one, you get a little bit more, you get less.
Every single word that she used, right? When it comes to it's a mythological story. Wakanda isn't fucking real.
Quite black TV.
It's a mythological story. It's fantasy. So how come you don't use that same logic and thought process when it comes to that?
It is. If you care about historical accuracy, you would not make Helen of Troy black. You wouldn't do that. Everybody knows that. We all know this. So it's very annoying for me to see this. It is. Because these people know what they're doing is wrong. They know that their outlook on this is wrong. Because whenever they're doing it to something that they care about on like a racial intrinsic level, they're going to have a totally different outlook and approach to it. This worldview and this approach to like telling a story is the best approach and the best way to tell a story. And it's what you want to have people doing. But they don't have any sort of respect for the Odyssey in the same way that they do for Black Panther. Yeah, the Odyssey going viral again. The actress is playing Helen as a Yale drama graduate and never heard of the Odyssey. What?
She's a Yale graduate. Listen, I literally say this shit every single time, bro. Suburban black people get on my fucking nerves. I'm just being real.
Damn.
I'm being 100%. Listen, I'm being real. I'm not saying all. I'm talking about the mindset. Liberal white people get on my fucking nerves, right? And suburban black people get on my goddamn nerves. I'm sorry. I'm categorizing it. It is what it is. Because listen, she literally reminds me. I can tell. 100% I can tell. They act the same. Listen, she's no different from that one bitch you showed me that had Black Woody. Zero difference whatsoever. I'm sorry. I know they might be a little bit like Jay. You being very, very bro. I don't care. It is, bro. I'm getting proven right every fucking time. Every single time I'm right about this, and I hate that shit. And this is what I basically say, bro. These people on social media can't stand when I say this term. Every single time I come at other people of my ilk with this term, suburban black, they know exactly what I'm talking.
Yeah, I don't blame him either. He's not wrong. So far, he has not said anything that is off, weird, strange. Or I believe in this mindset as well. This is. He's not wrong. You can't do things onto others and expect them to not do it back to you in some way. That's not wrong. That's not right. That's not an eye for an eye. That's not being fair. If I wanted to watch an African movie that was being made by Hollywood, I'm expecting Hollywood to keep the African movie as African as possible because that's what it is. This is why I say when I tell you guys this whenever we're doing a character design of someone paying me to do their character design. If they want me to reimagine their character design, if that's what they're paying for, I'm going to make changes, but I want to keep the core idea of what the character was from as if it was still original. I'm not going to make such a drastic change to the point that it's almost unrecognizable and we're calling it the same character, right? I'm not going to do that. I think that's wrong, because remember what made you like fall in love with like certain characters, in anime or comic books or animation, or in case maybe whatever you want to call it, webtoon, is because they originally started that way. Yeah, Kunta Kinte is a good example of that. Yes, I would be extremely fucking annoyed if we was watching Kunta Kinte, and then majority of the people who are supposed to be main players are race swapped. Hey, what's up, Monty? I say what up to him. I love this video. Tell him I love this video. His latest video just posted. Yeah. But yeah, I have a problem with that. I have a real issue with that. It's just weird to me. That's a weird mindset to like,
talking about. Even the suburban blacks from the suburbs know exactly what I'm talking about, because that distinction on the mindset is clear as day. It's clear. I know how you think, I know who you are, and I know exactly what belief system you hold. You are like her in Black Woody. Sorry. It is what it is.
We love y'all.
You got a friend in me. Or you got a friend in me.
What, you want some dick?
No problem. Yeah, he's doing great work. He's doing awesome work. He's doing awesome work. Yeah, no problem to him. He's doing a great job. Oh man, I know how that goes. Yeah, I know how that goes. I'm not gonna lie to you. Oh, thinking, yeah, let's go, my dude. See, that part of me is hold on, bro. 1 sec. Okay, just let everyone know. Like, subscribe, share, follow, and comment. Sorry, I was answering a text real quick. Like, subscribe, share, follow, and comment. I hope you guys enjoyed this and all that great stuff. Thank you, Jay, the concept, for making this awesome video. I'll have to edit this video.